Okay, Danganronpa 2x2, the remake, got announced yesterday at the Nintendo Direct, but what do I actually want to see from this game? Well, I know what the community wants to see. They want to see this guy fucking dead. Now, guys, I know he was a bit of a pervert, but that's a bit mean, don't you think? First thing I want to see. Now, this is the biggest thing and probably the most unrealistic, but I really want to see more explorations outside of the typical formula. Okay, one day, probably soon, I'm going to make a video explaining my issues with the formulaic nature of the Danganronpa series as a whole, and I really wish they'd shy away from some of these tropes and some of these ideas, you know, how every second trial, or every fourth trial, every fifth trial, those elements that make them so similar to the point where, at times, it's hard to tell which is which beyond the characters and the items used in the trial, you know what I mean? Because so many of these elements are so similar, and so many of the story plot details are so similar, you know, repeated story beats over and over and over, and I just want them to try something a bit more unique, do something that shies away from what people already love, and just do something that's experimental, take a bit of a risk for once. Like, yeah, I know they did it kind of in V3, but they didn't push that point all the way. I had a conversation on Twitter about this last night, actually. They kind of subvert expectations in the first trial and in the sixth one, but between trials 2 and 5, it's just, everything's just as it normally would be. It's all formulaic, and I want them to try something new. Please. Number 2. Now, this one is a common take, but I do agree with this one as well. Fuyuhiko and Peko should be swapped. Okay, Fuyuhiko has had his time to shine. He's one of, if not the best character in Danganronpa 2. He's there competing with Nagito and the like, but then again, I just really like Fuyuhiko, okay? But yeah, he's had his time to shine. He should die early on in the game, I believe, in terms of the new route. And Peko would have to do things by herself for the first time. And I think doing that, there's a lot that they could explore there thematically, and both just in herself, she'd come to be a new person, but also appreciate what's happened in her life up till that point. And I think there's a lot they could explore there that they've never even really tried to. And to be fair, I just think Peko's a cool character who was, you know, there was missed opportunities there that they unfortunately couldn't do because it's a death game, but now that they've got the chance to redo it, I think it's the perfect opportunity to give her a fully fleshed out, deep and personal arc.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm going to save everyone. And then I'm going to settle this between us once and for all.
I'm drooling! I can't stop my leak!
This is the worst game I've ever played in my entire life.
Yeah, next point, and this kind of links back to the first one in a way. I want a new mastermind, okay? I know they're not going to do it. The chances are absolutely slim to none because, you know, Junko is a fan favorite character, so they're going to bring her back. And yeah, I guess they can bring her back in their alter ego form, but I honestly think Izuru should be allowed to take the stage. Now, lore-wise, they may have to do some tweaking to make it make sense, but I want to see more of him. And if there can't be a new mastermind, as in Izuru, then just give him more time to shine, because we know nothing about Izuru in this game, pretty much. Izuru has his moments in the Danganronpa 3 anime, but unfortunately, the Danganronpa 3 anime is overall not very well liked. I don't like it that much either, personally, but it does have its good parts, like Izuru being there, and being there for a lot. Because there was potential there, but we don't see much of him. So I think if you're going to try an alternate route, that would be something cool to tackle. But again, lore-wise, story-wise, obviously with him being Hajime and Hajime being him, it would be hard to pull off, but there's going to be a way to do it, okay? It's just not one that I understand right now. My next point, immediate subversion, okay? Again, linking back to the idea of trying something new, breaking away from the formula. I want them to try something new right off the bat. Whether that be killing off Hajime early on, or killing off Nagito early on. Just do something that no one expected, but something that actually benefits in the end, okay? Because at the end of the day, deaths for characters that have already been fully fleshed out in the original route could be great, and I know a lot of people want to see these characters come back again, but at the end of the day, this is a cast of 16 characters where over half of them are incredibly one-note and have almost nothing to them, not by any fault of their own for the most part, even though there are some exceptions to this rule. It's just for the fault of the fact that this game is like 30 hours long and they die in the first 3 or 6, you know what I mean? There are characters here that need their time to shine. The likes of Mahiru, Ibuki, Peko, as I mentioned before, Imposter. I want to see more for these characters. Did I mention Hiyoko as well? Oh, fuck it. There's characters in this game that I need to see more of, okay? Characters that could very easily be explored in interesting and unique ways that could actually make me like Danganronpa 2's cast more. Because yes, hot take, I'm just going to say this now, Danganronpa 2 has my least favourite cast by far out of the main 3 games. And I think personally it's because I find it to be the least interesting cast, but they could easily fix that problem for me personally, because remember, this is what I want, not what you want. They could easily fix that for me personally by just fleshing out some of these characters more than they did in the original game, you know? Don't focus too much on the characters that we've already seen, you know, full arcs of. Give us arcs and route for characters that didn't have it before, so that I can actually start to give a shit.
Oh, for God's sake, the first game in the trial is this, and then you wonder why the only Danganronpa ending I like is the third one.
Okay, final point, and this is kind of a joke. Please improve Hangman's Gambit. It's really shit. You know, when you actually start playing Danganronpa 2, it says, oh, this is the improved Hangman's Gambit. Is it fucking bollocks? You've been experimenting with truth or lies since this game. You were just trying to prepare for V3. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more Danganronpa, because I'm going to be covering this series at a mass level. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Peace out.
I just made a note.